Welcome to the Unleash Your Power podcast. I'm your host, Anastasia Jones, creativity mentor, author, and limiting belief gladiator. My purpose is to help you transcend fear, take bold, aligned action, and co-create the life and business of your wildest dreams. The world needs your art now more than ever. And if you're ready to embody the creative force within you, then you're in the right place. Now is the time to make your mark. Now is the time to unleash your power. If you've ever struggled with persistent inaction toward your goals, even analysis paralysis in pursuit of your dreams, this episode is for you. You are my people. It can be so deeply frustrating when your heart's desire is to take action toward your goals, but something in you stops you every single time. Maybe you're wondering, is this a form of self-sabotage? Maybe, but I actually believe it's something else entirely. So in this episode, I'm serving up some powerful insights, questions, and prompts for you to get to the heart of why taking action toward your goals is so hard and what you can do about it to find your state of flow and creativity again. Maybe you have goals and maybe you've had them for a while and you're just unable to make consistent progress toward them. Maybe you're like me and you get inspired and out of nowhere, just straight from the heavens, you download this like 10-point bulletproof plan and maybe you work at it for like a week or two and then it comes to a full halt and you don't think about it, you don't touch it, you just move on. Months later, you are like, oh, I just kind of let that one go, right? So, and it's frustrating because you're like, man, if I had only just kept going with it, I would have made so much more progress over these months than absolutely no progress at all. And it's frustrating. So today I want us to lean into the frustration. I want you to lean into that frustration because I believe when that happens, it's just a signpost that something about what your intention currently is, what your goal currently is actually not attractive to your soul. There's something about the way that you are currently framing the goal, the action, that is actually repellent. Even if you think you want this thing, there's something at work here when you're divinely protecting yourself from it at the same time. I'm going to go deeper and explain what this means, but it's time for you to reframe the intention for this goal because something about how you've currently framed the intention for this goal is not attractive to your soul. And if you don't, you're not going to achieve this goal because you're going to be protecting yourself, divinely protecting yourself from it. So first, I want you to ask yourself, what about this experience is not attractive to my soul? I'll explain what I mean so then we can dive a little bit deeper. Perhaps you want this result, but you're deeply afraid of what other people will think about you. Deeply afraid. Perhaps you want this goal, but you believe it will be a huge time suck in your schedule, and your schedule is probably already maxed out. So that's unattractive to your soul. Perhaps you believe that you have to have everything perfectly planned out before you even begin, or else it is doomed to fail, right? Either start with everything perfectly in place or don't start, right? Maybe you believe that if you pivot your business or if you make a pivot in your life, then you will be undoing years of hard work and starting from scratch. And that perspective of starting from scratch is entirely unattractive to your soul, right? Instead, of thinking that you're starting from scratch, what if you viewed this pivot as the next step, the next phase in your evolution, and that you will continue to evolve and bloom and blossom into something that is just even beyond what you thought was possible and could have dreamed? Doesn't that feel better for your soul? Maybe this belief that your strategy has to look like someone else's is entirely unattractive to your soul, right? Maybe you believe that you have to go it alone and that in order to make this goal happen, it's you and that's it. You against the world. Maybe it's this kind of subconscious belief around this goal. It's like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm the only one that's going to do it. That's also unattractive to your soul. Because we're meant to be in community. We are meant to help one another. And maybe this, thought that it's you against the world is entirely unattractive to your soul, because your soul's like, no, we need people. We need help. We like help. We love asking for help. So consider that. So I want you to ask yourself, get a piece of paper, write this down. What about how you're framing this experience is not attractive to your soul? And I want you to make a list of all the things that are unattractive to your soul that you are using to frame this goal and this experience. Then I want you to use those exact same responses and reframe them by using 2 simple words to begin. 2 simple words. What if? What if? What if there is a strategy that feels good for me? One that brings more flow than force. What if this goal brings people together in new and powerful ways? What if this goal takes far less time than I even realize? What if I just dedicated 10 minutes to this goal every day? What if I allowed the vision to expand over time? What if I allowed space for growth? What if I blew my own mind with what we're capable of? Right? What if I was never meant to do it alone? What if I was always meant to have help? And what if, instead of allowing these challenging moments to paralyze me, what if I stopped taking weeks to sort out these beliefs and just brought on support, someone to help me navigate through these difficult moments faster? What if? I want to take this time to just comfort you. I want to comfort you. And this is a phrase that I use often whenever I find myself in analysis paralysis mode, right? I also recommend this phrase to my clients because this is such a pervasive, it's such an invitation to go deeper and to grow. And this phrase can change everything for you. And this is the phrase: I love the version of myself that, right? I love the version of myself that. I want you to use this phrase during this practice, right? Maybe you are struggling with perfectionism, and it's one of those things that time and time again, you've got to just continue to find new ways to kind of get yourself out of that cycle of perfectionism. Maybe you can add some love and some grace to that inner dialogue and say, I love the version of myself that values excellence. I love the version of myself that really wants to do a good job. I love the version of myself that wants to honor others with my art and my work. I love that version of myself. And I know that perfection is not the goal. Action is the goal. Progress is the goal. Becoming is the goal. And perfection is not required. Perfection is only there to keep me stuck, to keep me held back. But I am more powerful than perfection. In fact, perfection needs me in order to thrive. It needs me and my power in order to thrive. So if you don't give it to perfection, guess what's going to happen? It's got to go. It's got to go. It's got to go. So I just want to comfort you. You're embarking on this new adventure, and the vision that you're seeking is also seeking you just as much, if not more. So I want you to allow yourself to build a new muscle, right? As you reframe your intention for this goal, you're building a new muscle. I want you to start where you are, and over time, you will see your capacity expand. You'll see your actions compound over time, and you will come to realize, you'll come to know that you're capable of so much more than you'll ever realize. You are so powerful. And my main point is this, and I'm going to leave you with this. There is a way for you to reframe your intentions to where the goal becomes a natural expression of who you are divinely created to be. You declutter your goal. You get rid of all of the unrealistic expectations that you may have surrounding this goal. Once you do that, the true intention, why you really want to do this thing, you realize it becomes this extension of your soul purpose and calling. These things are actually very natural for you. And there's a reason that you desire to see them come to pass in the world. It's because you are already qualified to do the thing that is on your heart. You have all of the resources you need to begin. You have all of the resources you need to begin right now. And when you reframe your intentions, suddenly this goal becomes so attractive to your soul. And you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, yes, I get to spend 10 more minutes working toward it. And you might find that you've got to come up with a timer to just stop you at 10 minutes because you might just get so carried away with creating this thing. It will help reignite your creativity when you reframe things in a way that's more attractive to your soul. I love you, and I want you to know that the world needs you, the real version of you. And there is no better time to unleash your power than right now. If you are looking for a deeper level of support in 2023 as you slay your wildest goals, I encourage you, check out the Co-Creator Mastermind. It is enrolling right now. And in addition to monthly time with me and our community of creators, dreamers, and doers, you also get access to all of the high vibe trainings that are released within 2023, monthly live coaching calls, a podcast interview to showcase your expertise, and a phenomenal creative community. I love you. I will talk to you soon. Hey friend, thanks for listening. I'm so happy you're here. If this episode helped you in any way, please take a screenshot, share it with a friend, post it to social media, and better yet, why don't you leave me a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening from? My desire is to activate as many creatives as possible. And if you are looking for additional support on your creative journey, you can always connect with me on Instagram at AnastasiaRJD, or visit the links in the show notes. We've got free resources to reignite your creativity and soul-centered ways that we can continue to work together. I'll see you again next week. Same time, same place.